3 mobs enter. 1 mob leaves. The vote has never been fair. Last week, the deepest place the world was designed to hide. The week before, a server with no rules. Before that, a player the code never had. Before that, the edge of the math. Before that, the math itself. And tonight, after 5 episodes of math, edges, ghosts, rules, and depths, there is one more thing about Minecraft that has been happening all along. Every year, without most players noticing. Tonight, we follow the only vote the community has ever been given. If this is your first visit, take a moment to subscribe. There's always a place for you at the fire. 3 mobs enter. 1 mob leaves. The vote has never been fair. In 2017, Mojang held a live stream called Minecon Earth. It was the precursor to Minecraft Live. It was the first time Mojang had asked the community in any formal way what should go into the game. The candidates were 2 mob concepts. The first was the Iceologer, an ice-themed illager, a humanoid in pale blue armor throwing frost charges that froze the ground where they landed. The second was Mob Z, a hostile creature with a single red unblinking eye, a mob that didn't quite belong to any existing category, a mob that was unsettling in the way the creepypastas were unsettling. The community voted on Twitter. The community voted in the open. The community voted, and the result came back from the open internet. The Iceologer won. The Ice Mage beat the red-eyed creature. The Iceologer was announced for the next update. The community that night had been given its first direct say in what Minecraft should be, and the say had come back with the mob the community had wanted. The Iceologer was going to be added. The Iceologer was going to be in the game. The Iceologer was announced in 2017. The Iceologer has still not been added to Minecraft 9 years later. The first mob vote produced the first mob vote loser. The first mob vote produced also the pattern. The community picks, the developer adds. Sometimes the adding takes a while. Sometimes the adding never happens. The Iceologer was the first. The Iceologer is still the example. The Bee, 2018. The first mob vote under the renamed Minecraft Live format. 3 candidates. The Bee, a small flying mob that pollinated flowers and produced honeycomb. The Crab, a beach mob with oversized claws that scuttled sideways. The Phantom, a flying undead mob that attacked any player who hadn't slept in 3 in-game days. The community voted. The Bee won. The Bee was added in the 1.15 update, Buzzy Bees, in 2019. The Bee is in the flowers. The Bee is in the hives. The Bee is in the meadows biome. The Bee is the canonical mob vote made good example. The Phantom was later added by Mojang without a vote, in a later update, because Mojang had decided the sky needed it. The Crab has not been added. The Bee is in the game. The Crab is still in the lore. The 2020 vote. 3 candidates. The Axolotl, a pale pink aquatic mob that fought underwater for the player, that healed the player when the player was hurt, that came in 5 color variants. The Glow Squid, a deep sea mob that emitted light, that could be fed, that dropped a glowing sack. The Moobloom, a flower-covered cow variant that dropped petals when it walked. The Glow Squid won. The Glow Squid was added in 1.17 Caves and Cliffs. The Axolotl, despite finishing second, was also added in 1.17. Mojang had decided to add both. The Moobloom did not get added. The community in 2020 had voted, and Mojang had overruled the second-place result by adding the second-place mob anyway. The community had voted for a winner. Mojang had added the runner-up. The format was still learning. The Iceologer lost in 2017. The Iceologer lost again in 2021. Between votes, the community never stopped proposing the Iceologer. Forum posts, Reddit threads, fan mods, YouTube videos titled, "When is Mojang going to add the Iceologer?" Every year, the question. The mob that lost twice. The mob the community kept proposing anyway. The Iceologer had become a community meme. The Iceologer had become the mob that should have been in the game. The Iceologer had become, in the years between votes, a litmus test. A vote that included the Iceologer was a vote the community cared about. A vote that didn't include the Iceologer was a vote that was missing something. The mob that lost twice was the mob the community wanted most. The Iceologer, going into 2021. The mob that had been waiting since 2017. The mob that the community had been proposing for 4 years. The mob that fan polls, Reddit threads, YouTube prediction videos, Twitter discourse all pointed to as the obvious frontrunner. The Iceologer was going to win. The Iceologer was going to be added. The Iceologer was, in every available measurement, the mob the community wanted most. And the 2021 vote included the Iceologer. The 2021 vote included the Moobloom, returning from 2020. The 2021 vote included the Tuff Golem, a tough block construct that could carry and display a single item. The Iceologer was the frontrunner. The Tuff Golem was a long-shot novelty. The Moobloom was the polite also-ran. The 2021 vote, Round 1. 3 candidates on a stage at Minecraft Live 2021. The Moobloom on the left, the flower-covered cow returning from 2020, dropping petals when it walked, looking, in the announcement video, like a peaceful biome dweller. The Iceologer in the center, the Ice Mage, returning from 2017, throwing frost charges, the mob the community had been waiting 5 years to see. The Tuff Golem on the right, the tough block construct, the long-shot novelty, the mob that could carry and display a single item. The vote was open. The vote was on the public internet. The vote was, like every mob vote before it, a thing the community decided in the open. The Moobloom won. The vote count came in. The flower-covered cow beat the Iceologer. The flower-covered cow beat the Tuff Golem. The result was announced on stage at Minecraft Live 2021. The community, watching the live stream, did not expect this. The community had expected the Iceologer. The community had been waiting 5 years for the Iceologer. The community had built fan mods and prediction videos and forum threads. The community had, going into the vote, the strongest case it had ever had for a mob. The community had been ready for the Iceologer. The community was not ready for the Moobloom. Botting. Within hours of the announcement, players started plotting the vote share curves over time. The curves showed the Moobloom's share spiking at unusual moments. The spikes were not organic. The spikes were in narrow time windows, large bursts of votes all in the same minute, all in the same second bucket. The spikes were from concentrated IP ranges. The spikes were in patterns consistent with automated voting. The community, looking at the curves, did the math. The math did not look right. The math did not look like a community voting. The math looked like something running on a server. The math looked like bots. Reddit threads, Twitter threads, YouTube videos. The community cataloged the spike patterns. Multiple community analysts concluded that the Moobloom's result was likely inflated by automated voting. The community that night was given the only direct vote it had ever been given in what Minecraft should be. And the vote had been rigged. The community asked for the raw data. The data was not given. The data was not given that night. The data was not given the next day. The data was not given the week after. 3 mobs enter, 1 mob leaves. The vote has never been fair. The 2 weeks after the 2021 vote, Mojang did not respond immediately. Mojang did not respond the next day. Mojang did not respond the day after that. The community waited. The community asked. The community built its own analyses. The community published its own charts. The community did not riot. The community did something harder, which was to keep documenting what it had seen and to keep asking for an explanation. 2 weeks later, Mojang released a statement. The statement was on the official Minecraft blog. The statement was 3 paragraphs long. The statement was the first official acknowledgement that the 2021 vote had not been what it appeared. Mojang's 2021 statement. 3 paragraphs. The first paragraph acknowledged that the community had raised concerns. The first paragraph said the concerns were valid. The second paragraph stated that Mojang had reviewed the voting data, the raw vote logs, the IP distributions, the time series. Mojang had found evidence of bot activity on multiple candidates, not just the Moobloom. Mojang stated that no vote was decided by bots alone. Mojang did not say the bots had not changed the result. Mojang said the result had not been decided by bots alone. The distinction was small. The distinction was everything. The third paragraph announced that future mob votes would be moved off the public internet onto Minecraft itself for 2022. The Moobloom remained the winner. The Iceologer lost again. Mojang's standing rule. The mobs that lose a mob vote are not dead. They can be added later in modified form. They can be modified substantially. They can be scrapped entirely. Losing the mob vote is a delay, not a cancellation. Mojang has said this repeatedly, in interviews, in blog posts, in response to the same community question every year. The Iceologer is not dead. The Tuff Golem is not dead. The Moobloom is not dead. The Crab 2018 is not dead. The Phantom 2018 was eventually added without a vote. The Penguin 2023 is not dead. The Gremlin 2022 is not dead. The Rascal 2022 is not dead. None of them are dead. Some of them return. Some of them wait. Some of them are remembered as community memes and never come back. The losers are not dead. The losers are waiting. The Tuff Golem eventually. The Tuff Golem lost the 2021 Round 1 vote to the Moobloom. The Tuff Golem did not get added in 1.17, the Caves and Cliffs update. The Tuff Golem did not get added in 1.18. The Tuff Golem did not get added in 1.19. The Tuff Golem got redesigned. The redesigned Tuff Golem could carry a single item and display it, a sign on its chest, the item held up for the world to see. The redesigned Tuff Golem was added in 1.20, Trails and Tales, in 2023. The community that had voted for the Moobloom got the Tuff Golem anyway in modified form 2 years later. The Loser's Library had its first formal return. The Loser's Library. The Crab, 2018. Still not added as of this writing, but referenced, still proposed, still in the community conversation. The Phantom, 2018, added in 1.13 without a vote because Mojang had decided the sky needed a mob that punished sleepless players. The Moobloom, 2020. Lost again, 2021. Still not added. The Iceologer, 2017 and 2021. Still not added as of this writing. Still the community's most proposed mob. Still the litmus test. The Penguin, 2023. Still not added. The Gremlin, 2022. Still not added. The Rascal, 2022. Still not added. Some losers return. Some losers wait. Some losers are remembered as memes and never come back. The loser's library is longer than the winner's list. The loser's library is most of the story. The thesis. The mob vote is the most democratic thing in Minecraft. The mob vote is also the most unfair. Both things are true at once. The community was given a vote. One vote per year, one mob per year, the only direct say a player has ever been given in what gets added to the game. The community was given a rigged vote in 2021. The community asked for the data. Mojang gave a statement. The format survived. The Moobloom stayed in. The Iceologer is still out. The vote is democratic. The vote is also rigged. The vote is also the only direct say. The vote is the only direct say. The vote is rigged. Both things at once. The format survived. The mob vote ran in 2022 with the Sniffer winning, the ancient hatched from egg mob that found seeds. The mob vote ran in 2023 with the armadillo winning, the desert mob that could roll into a ball. The mob vote continued. The vote moved in-game in 2022, off the public internet, partly in response to the 2021 botting. The Moobloom stayed in the game as the 2021 winner. The Iceologer is still not in the game. The community still proposes the Iceologer. The format is intact. The format is also rigged. The format is also the only democratic thing in the game. The format survived the rigging. The format survived the statement. The format survived the community's patience. The format is still here. 3 mobs enter. 1 mob leaves. The vote has never been fair. The vote is also the only direct say. The vote is the only place the community decides what Minecraft should be. The vote is the only place the community has been given a voice, and the only place the voice has been louder than the community. The mob vote every year is the most democratic thing in the game. The mob vote every year is also the most unfair. Both things are true at once. Both things have been true since 2017. Both things will probably be true next year, too. If this episode helped you see your Minecraft world a little differently, subscribe. There's always a place for you at the fire. And in the next episode is a movie. A movie about a game we have been following for 6 episodes.